Hi, did you know that the number of international students who have moved into the UK from 2020 to 2022 is about 600,000 globally? Now, not just international students who are moving to the UK, but the number of immigrants have also skyrocketed. I'm talking about the introduction of the healthcare visa that was launched in February 2021. Now, also, the skilled worker visa has opened the door of the UK to loads and loads of immigrants from all over the world. And did you also know that with the number increasing daily, not everyone who's coming here knows exactly what to do. That is, know how to go about, settling into the UK. And you know how it can be daunting when you're moving to a new country, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go. Even if you're putting up with some people, for a while, you would need to be on your own after a while, right? So, a very brilliant digital marketer by the name Ronke Otega Adeleke also came into the UK in February 2021. I've put together a comprehensive relocation guide that will help you as an international student, that will help you as a skilled worker, or whichever visa you tend to be on, to settle into the UK. Whether you're already in the UK or you're planning to move into the UK, this guide is so comprehensive, you're gonna love it. So I'm collaborating with Ronke to bring this guide to you, and I want to encourage you to watch this video to the end. And when you watch it, get every information you need, as this information will help you. And should you peradventure you think you don't need this information, you would do well to share it with other people who might really need this information to settle into the UK. Now let's look at this guide together. Number one, the first thing you need to do when you've gotten your visas, you have got your plane ticket, you've gotten on the plane, and you've landed in whichever airport in the UK. Now, the first thing is, after you arrive, you want to get yourself a pay-as-you-go SIM. Now, a pay-as-you-go SIM you can get from anywhere, from bookshop to post office, okay? They sell it even in departmental stores. They sell it in convenience stores. The reason you're getting the pay-as-you-go is because you are just coming in. You need to communicate with people. You need to be able to, log on and, do a lot of things, maybe call people around. And if you don't want to, you want to be able to connect to Wi-Fi. Yeah, there's Wi-Fi in almost every part of the UK, every shop, on the street, and the mall. But where you are in a place where you don't have Wi-Fi. Now, the recommendation here is you have 3, you have O2, you have PlusNet, and you have GiveGap, okay? So you can buy any of this pay-as-you-go SIM and, just get your SIM working on your phone. Now, on number 2, of course, when you applied for your visa, you were given some kind of papers and printouts where you filled in an address. Now, the address will allow the UK government to suggest a post office for you. The post office is where you are to get your biometric resident permit, which is BRP. Now, your BRP is your valid identification in the UK. It states the time of your stay, how long you to stay, and what you can do and cannot do, okay? So when you get your BRP, and when you go to the post office, you would get your BRP. Your BRP also allows employers to consider you employable. So if you're going to go for any kind of job, whether you're going to work as you're coming, you want to go work in the warehouse because, you just want to quickly get the pounds rolling in, you know what I mean? You don't want to let the pound slide. You don't want to be waiting for, I was a tech guy in Nigeria. I was a tech guy in India. I was an engineer. Hello, you don't want the pounds to roll away. So while you come in, you want to be really fast. I'm not saying desperate. I said fast, okay? So you pick on something you're comfortable doing at first, just to get the money coming in before you can now do that which you really want to do. So your BRP allows employers to consider you employable. Most jobs here would ask for your BRP. So of course, the visa in your passport is usually for 3 months, so it's not going to go further. So it's important that you get your BRP. I would suggest that once you come in, if you come in on a Sunday, do well to go out and get your BRP on a Monday. Okay, it's usually available in the post office prior to your coming. And of course, you want to get accommodation. So if you're just coming in and you're putting up with a friend or family, it's not going to be long before they take the pillow off your neck, okay? Okay, that was a joke. Okay, what I'm trying to say is get your own place. And if you're a single person, I would advise that you look at spare room. So you can see, you can get to spare room. You can check out for houses on Rightmove. You can check out for houses on Zoopla, and you have the Facebook Marketplace as well as on the market. So, but for single rooms, if you're a single person and you want to share, live in a shared apartment, shared accommodation, spare room will be the perfect place for you. But if you're coming with your family, kids, your husband, your wife, you want to look at Zoopla and you want to look at Rightmove, okay? And you also want to look at on the market. You will get accommodation there. I'm going to come to a part where it's really been an issue for a lot of international students coming in. There's been rumor that people are not getting places, they're not able to get accommodation. It's been so difficult. Now, one of the reasons why that is because most of the landlords here, or even the agencies, if you're not able to get proof that you're already working, they can't be sure that you'll be able to pay the rent. So even if you're paying for, so they go about you say pay for 6 months, pay for 1 year, so that they are sure that you can continue to pay. When I came in our own case, thank you, Lord Jesus, it was the mercy of God. Yeah, my husband just started working and the job was able to provide an employment contract. So they want to see that you're employed somewhere, no matter where. They just want to see that you have a a regular income coming in to make sure you can pay your rent. Okay, so that's just one of the reasons why a lot of them are making it difficult to give houses to international students. And when you say you can pay for 6 months, 1 year, they quickly take your money and give you the house. But don't worry, if you're watching this video, it will be easy for you to get a place, whether as a single person or as a family. Amen, amen. All right, now the next thing you want to do is open a bank account. Opening a bank account is very important, okay? Because again, when you want to apply for a job, they will ask you for your bank account. You have the right to work in the UK as an international student. You know it's 20 hours, yeah? And then you have a right to work as a skilled worker, all right, above 40 hours. So they need you to open a bank account. Where would your money go to? So opening a bank account is the third thing. So I'm going to run over it again. On number 1 is get a pay-as-you-go SIM. On number 2 is get your BROP, which of course you know at the post office, which is closest to the address you gave when you applied for your visa. And of course, get your accommodation sorted. Let's say you were putting up in an Airbnb. You don't want to be wasting money. Get a place, because having a permanent address, a long-term accommodation will also help you build your credit score. On number 3, get an online bank account. Now, some of the bank accounts that you can open online, you have Monzo, which I use, you have Starling Bank, you have Revolut, and there are loads and loads of them, but I use Monzo because Monzo, so long as you have your BROP, you can open the account wherever you are, sitting in your couch, sitting in the toilet, anywhere you are, open the bank account and it start functioning. It's registered in the UK. Monzo is known globally. It's very reliable and they protect the customers, okay? The fact that it's online does not mean that hackers will go in and just take your money. They are very, very, very regulated, all right? So Starling Bank, Monzo is what would really help you in that sense to open a line on an online bank account so that your employers can get your money rolling in. Now, on number four, once you're settling and okay, you got the pay-as-you-go SIM, you want to set up a SIM only plan. Now, from all of the companies I've mentioned, you have 3, you have O2, you have PlusNet, you have GiveGaff. You can now set up SIM only plan with direct debit. That way, you already have your bank account, so they can now, monthly they charge you. Usually, I pay mine. I use 3 at the moment. I pay about £6.50 a month for unlimited data and unlimited calls. I'm so sorry about that. Not unlimited data. You have data about 6 gig, and then you have unlimited text messages and unlimited calls for 1 month. So get that. That will also count towards your credit score. So the reason why you're going to move from the pay-as-you-go SIM is so that you can build towards your credit rating. All right, now on number 5, which is very important, you're going to apply for a national insurance number known as NIN. Now, loads of companies will require you to have your NIN. Now, when you just come in, you would go to www.gov.co.uk. Now, in the search, you type national insurance number, or you can just Google it, how to apply for a national insurance number. and Google will give you all of the results. Now, what it will help you do is it will give you a form online where you just fill. It will ask you some questions, you fill in your answers, and the first thing they will give you is a reference number. Now, the reference number, some employers would accept it, but rarely do they accept that. So then the national insurance number takes about 4 weeks to be out, so you don't have to wait for that. Try out for the job, apply for jobs. Unless they ask you, oh, do you have an NI? You say, I have a reference number. Some will accept that, and some will ask for your share code. Now, the share code, which is already there because you're registered to work, you have the right to work in the UK, whether as an international student or as the skilled worker, whether as an international student or as a skilled worker, you will be able to get a share code online. Okay, so apply for your national insurance number. It's very important because that way you're able to work rightly in the UK. Okay, now on number 6, you come in, you've already paid this wherever you're coming from. If you're coming from Nigeria, I think it's about 705. In my case, my husband and our son, we paid £705 each on medicals, okay, which is the health surcharge. Okay, so when you come in, depending on where you're living, you want to register for a GP. The GP is a general practitioner. That is your doctor, the medical. Just look around your area. What you do, you go to Google and search by the name of your area and search, let's say, I'm going to do an example now. Let's say you're in Manchester, and then you say, and then you live in, let's say, where's the most commonest part in Manchester? Open Moston. Okay, say GP Moston on Google. So GP Moston, or if you're in Trafford, any part of the area, just check by the name of your vicinity, the name of your area, the name of your the county you are, and search. Okay, at the moment we use Quarterjack GP where I live. Okay, so when you check, they will give you the list of the GP, the general practitioners, and you check the one that's closest to you and go there. Some of them have online forms where you fill in, and some will also require you to come in person. So if you're alone, you go in person. If you're with your family, just go with all of them. Go with your passport. They'll need you to scan, to really register you and assign your GP to you. Okay, they can assign one doctor to your family so that if you have any medical emergency, you can either call the GP surgery, or you can call 999 or go to A&E. So you register with your GP, and once you register, they usually send you a letter. The UK, they like paper, they like you to touch, so they'll send you a paper, they'll send you a letter confirming that your registration has gone through, and now you have your GP, you're registered with your GP. Now on number 7, wherever you're living, because taking all of these numbers that you've gotten a place now, a permanent or a long-term accommodation, you want to register to vote. How do you register to vote? Just go online, Google it, how to register to vote, or electoral vote, electoral process, by the name of the vicinity you're living, by the name of the county. Okay, now you can go online. They will give you, Google will bring all of the options. You click on it, you register to vote on gov.co. Once you register to vote on the UK website, on the government website, they will send you a letter or send you an email address to confirm that you have been registered to vote. They would, just tell you all of the process. Now, one of the advantages of registering to vote is it also shows that it helps you to get credit rate. It increases your credit rating, and it helps you to be considered for a lot of credit. So, and it shows that you have a right to be in the UK. So that you just go to gov.co, and to register to vote, you go to gov.uk. All right. I think I keep saying gov.co. Please, I apologize. It's www.gov.uk, not gov.co. There's no code there. Okay. Pardon me. I don't know why I like co.uk. Got the co.uk. So it's www.gov.uk. Now that's the official government website. There you register to vote. Okay, now on number 8, after 6 months, if you're already driving in your home country, if you're driving in Nigeria, in any part of the world you're coming from, and you've lived in the UK for 6 months, you can now register, you can now apply for a provisional driving license. Now, the provisional driving license allows you to learn and allows you to learn how to drive in the UK. Of course, you know the UK, they drive on the left. In Nigeria, where I come from, we drive on the right. So it's important that you learn it. I don't know where you're coming from, but wherever you're coming from, apply for a provisional driving license. It will allow you to obtain the L sign where you put in your car. And then people they'll be able to tell that you're a learner. And so they'll run away from you on the road. They will not approach you. They will run away. So it allows you to be able to learn. It allows you to get an instructor to teach you how to drive in the UK. All right. So that's not the license. That's the provisional license. Now, I haven't gotten the provisional license and you are sure that, oh, I can drive all the left, the right, from the left to the right, all of the roundabout. I know my way. I know the corners, the nook and crannies. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to go and fail your driving test. Okay, so make sure you're very confident. Take a lot of online classes. Make sure you're sure that you can drive in the UK. And then after that, on number 9, you prepare and book your driving theory test. Okay, now the theory test is, you know, where you do that online. The theory, just you book all that, you do your, there's a number you're supposed to get. I think it's 50 you're supposed to get to be able to, you know, get the other one. Now, in the case of not, let's say you're very confident, a lot of people pay instructors to teach them how to drive. For the case of I'm not driving yet in the UK, so my husband drives. I said when we came, he was driving with the international driver's license, and just before that expired, and that's for a period of 1 year. Okay, so you can only use that for 1 year. So when we just came in, my husband we needed to get on, and God in his infinite mercy, we didn't need to pay any instructor. My husband started driving, I think about 3 months after we came. And after that, he went on to apply for the practical test. The first one didn't go through because he went late. The second one went through and he passed. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe prior to now, I used to think people will post, oh, I passed my driving test in the UK. They will post the certificate. I'm like, what's going on here? Why are people posting certificates to driving? Until I got here, then I found out it's a miracle. When you fail once, your points keep going down. You fail again. So it's a miracle when you do it once and you pass. It's not just about this. Is it 55 pounds or that? And then there are people who have paid instructors for a period of maybe 3 months, and I think per hour is about 40 pounds. So imagine you have to drive for 3 months before you go for that test. Can you imagine how much you spent? And then you will now go and fail the test. They'll tell you, oh, you need to go back. God forbid. God forbid it. God forbid it. God forbid it. As for me, my husband passed once. I'm following the same way. The same suit is going to happen when I go for my one driving, one passing. My certificate will be issued. So that's very important that you do that. So you do the theory online, and once you pass that, this is about 50, you will then go ahead on number 10, you book your practical driving test. Again, this is for somebody who wants to drive, but this information is very important. So that is why I'm bringing everything out. I'm not just going to sideline it to say, oh, for you don't want to drive. But again, it's easier to drive in the UK. Your life will be much easier, especially during winter. You don't want to be caught up in a bus stop where the driver or the bus people decide not to show up. You will say, Jesus, how did I end up in this country? You don't want to be, that will not be your story. Okay, so driving is really important. It's not luxury to have a car in the UK. It's a necessity. If you see some people's car look like matchbox, like you can literally carry the car like they say, hey, is this a car? But soon I look at it and say, is it moving? Yes. Are they inside? Are they covered? That's it. I'm not saying don't buy your Bentley, your Maserati, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, it's important that you drive. Okay, now let's get back. On number 11, ladies and gentlemen, is build and monitor your credit score with ClearScore. Now, ClearScore, you download the app, as you're seeing on the screen, that's the logo, ClearScore. You download the app. Once you download the app, you would then build and monitor your credit. So you enter all the information required for you to enter. They will follow you up. Remember, you're no longer using the pay-as-you-go SIM. The pay-as-you-go SIM does not count towards your credit because they're not able to tell that you're committed to any payment. But when you do the monthly plan, the SIM-only plan, what happens is there is a direct debit that goes out of your bank account monthly, and that allows them to count your credit. That allows them to monitor and, your credit score. So download the ClearScore. That will also help you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just realized that we are 20 minutes into this video, and I'm usually not a fan of a very long video. I'm going to be doing the other part of this video, so you're going to watch out for the part 2, which is also going to really help you. So you'll see the first part. Make sure you're not just going to leave it there. Now, everything I've said now is really important. If you think they already have all of this information I've shared in this video, you don't think you need it. There might be somebody around you who needs this information. I'm talking about your friend, your neighbor, your sister. Now, I want to encourage you to please share this link. Share the link of this video on your WhatsApp. Share it on your story, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. Share it everywhere. The reason is because you don't know who need this information, and they not even know if you know. But when you have the link on your status, they just click and they say, oh my God, I've been looking for this information. Oh my God. Or you can just simply direct them to This Kind of Life with Efe Francis. Share the link to my video, share the link to my channel. That will also help them, okay? And of course, if you've not already subscribed to this channel, ladies and gentlemen, look at me, my neck, my throat, my neck. I have not drunk water since I started this video. It's not easy. And my son is sleeping upstairs. If he wakes up now, he will take out this light, he will remove this camera, he will remove everything. And look at what I'm doing. So please, assist. Encourage me. Subscribe. I beg you in the name of the Lord, subscribe, okay? Turn on your notification icon when you subscribe. When you subscribe, it will mean that you are with me, that all these things I'm doing is not in vain, okay? And share. Tell other people. You go to the office, say, have you heard of This Kind of Life? That girl, oh, she can share good things. Tell them. They will come and subscribe. Subscribe. Turn on your notification icon. Share this video, like it, because when you like, it means YouTube will be able to recommend it to so many other people. Okay, so watch out for the part 2 of this video, because this is not the end. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you found the information here helpful. I hope you act on them, and I hope that they make your life easier, and I hope they make your settling to the UK a lot easier and sweeter. Okay, we've come to the end of part 1. Watch out for part 2. I'm gonna run away now. As always, I love ya.